Hello. Well, this was lovely, isn't it? Back on the trails for week 4, and I'm not going to lie, not feeling that fresh. Feeling alright. Weather is spectacular, perfect, but I think I made a rookie mistake and I forgot to eat my afternoon snack. I'm running from work, as you know, so feeling a bit sluggish at the start of this run. It is 7k into 25 as usual. So what a difference to last week. Last week was, terrible weather pretty much the entire week. But now we've got 16 degrees apparently, sunny and not much wind. And sorry to disappoint you, I'm still on my old camera. I've got my new X5, but I'm still waiting on the memory card to arrive, so I will be using that on Sunday's run, and I will probably be doing a few test films with it because it's a spectacular piece of equipment. So we're doing the Dalmeny State Trail today, 25k. Last week we did the Union Canal. As you've maybe seen if you're following the series, that was a real difficult one last week because of the changeable weather. But this is actually going to be tough as well because of the heat. Not used to running in not really warm temperatures, but it is warmer, and after work runs I'm not feeling that fresh, so yeah, nice ploddy steady pace. So because it's a bit warmer today, the trails are nice and soft, bouncy, and I opted to go for the my road shoes this week. I know I said I was going to do trail shoes, but trails are nice and dry. I'm just going to take it easy on these trails to protect my knees. But yeah, these road shoes here are at the end of their life. Done almost 1,000 kilometres in them. They've been probably the best shoes I've ever had. These they're the Asics Nova Blast 4s. I've got the 5s as well, but these ones, I did my 5k and my marathon PB in them. So they're absolutely fantastic for distance as well as speed. Go figure, don't know. When I got them brand new, I did a 5k PB, that was about 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago. I think it's 20 minutes 44, and I ran Edinburgh Marathon 2 years ago in these and I ran 3:49. It's so nice along here today, it's so quiet and peaceful, and it looks like I've got the trails to myself. Not sure why. I suppose it is only 3:30 in the afternoon, but yeah, makes me want to take my time and just walk sections, which I should be doing. But yes, this week again aiming for 60 kilometres. Last week was good, 61 I think I did, and don't feel too wiped out this week. It's just about keeping consistent, and yep, it is tiring. I need to up the runs to at least 4 a week. I'm only doing 3 and I'm doing 60 kilometres over 3 runs. That's a bit much, it's not giving much time for recovery. But yeah, I think, I'll try and increase to 4 runs for next week and stay steady at the 60k before increasing steadily up to the big runs. It is now 6 weeks to the big one, the big training run to Broughty Ferry, which I'm doing with a friend. 52 miles, my longest run. So that's the real endurance test. It's going to be at least 12 hours on feet, probably more, because it's going to be tough. It's mostly on roads. I don't know how my knees are going to take to that, but I'm up for the challenge and raring to go. Lots of wildlife around today. I have some squirrels, if you maybe see that, darting up the tree. lots of wildlife around because it's such a lovely day. This is great. Squirrels, grouse, what else have I seen? Butterflies, and lots of other wee critters scuttling around on the ground. So yeah, that's what makes trail running that bit extra special. So yeah, away from traffic and other people and with nature and wildlife, you can't beat it. Amazing. So it's stopped here for a second. My favourite spot, favourite peaceful spot of the route. It's this nice, it's the furthest corner away from the main road, pretty much. So yeah, stopping for a snack, but we're going to have it on the move. Bottle of Coke and crisps, but keep moving because I want to be home by 6 o'clock. So I don't know why, but cola and salted crisps just work really well for me when I'm out hiking or running. Not so good when you're doing marathons and stuff, but when you're out all day and you need a quick snack, yeah, the go-to is cola, full sugar of course, crisps that are not spicy. Yeah, and chocolate milk's another good one. Really like chocolate milk. Just taking the time to walk for this kilometre. So I think I was doing that the last couple of weeks. When I stop for my break, I'll basically take 10 minutes to walk that kilometre. And in the long run, you're only losing about 4 minutes of your time on the run, because I can fast walk a kilometre in about 10-11 minutes, and I'm only running them in about 6 minutes at a decent pace anyway. So yeah, it's all good. It's, as long as you keep moving, it's all good. It's actually, while we're on the topic of food and what you eat during long runs, what does everyone else have on during their ultra races? Because the last few I was kind of sticking to what I usually have, and it was these John West basically rice pots. They're called John West to go, and it was either rice or pasta tubs. Seemed to work okay. That was basically my lunch. I think I had a sandwich, and obviously was sticking to the tailwind for carbohydrates and electrolyte top-ups. But as for solid food, it's always a bit of a gamble. You know, you can have bananas, and I had various Trek bars and stuff like that, but it's hard to find something like a meal which you can have. You know, if you're doing 100k or something, I need to find a meal that will fuel me enough. I think sandwiches is the way to go. It's less faff, easiest to get down you. Oh, and vegan sausage rolls. I had one of them at my last race. Found that was easy. I had that carried in my pack. Didn't want to carry real meat. I eat real meat, but didn't want to go bad in the sun. So I just took I took vegan sausages and vegan sausage roll, and that was alright as well. But you want to cut down. I don't want to have anything too greasy or too fatty, because that really upsets my stomach. And then you have, well, you know what happening. So yeah, let me know in the comments any suggestions are welcome.
5 minutes later.
Oh dear. I would like to keep it real on this channel, so I'm just going to come out and say it. My stomach just, you know, felt funny all of a sudden, and I had to run into the bushes. So don't know what that was. Maybe ate the food too quick and started running, but it did happen just after a spell of quite fast running on the bridge. Got a wee second wind, and coming off the downhill on the bridge was doing like 440 a kilometre, and it seemed like my heart rate went too high. So when my heart rate goes really high, it seems to affect my stomach, and yeah, I had to take a wee emergency pit stop. Bloody hell! So limping in after my Paula Radcliffe moment. That's almost at the end of the run, just coming to Dalgety Bay. All good apart from the wee hiccup. Need to figure out what caused that. It's probably just the heat and eating too quickly. But yeah, next run will be on Sunday on my new camera. So expect a jump of quality. I'll see you then. So I'll see you on Sunday in 4K. See you then. And welcome to Sunday, and on a brand new camera. So excited to see what the footage looks like. Please tell me there's a visible improvement and improvement on the audio. We're off on a half marathon loop. We're doing a reverse loop of the old North Road half route that I designed, but in reverse. So it's going to be interesting to see whether this has more elevation than the other way, because so far I've done almost 200 metres and I'm not even 10k in. So yes, let's get it done. Weather is glorious. Showers and heavy, strong winds are forecast as usual. But yeah, it's been a busy and stressful Sunday morning. So energy levels are waning, but we're gonna get it done and bring our totals up to another 60k for the week. Amazing views over to Edinburgh. Yeah, lovely. Eased off a little just like that, so hopefully you can hear me a bit better. I forgot to factor in deload weeks to my training, so next weekend is going to be a deload week. Sorry, next week's going to be a deload week. So not doing a vlog, going to take it easy, reduce my mileage slightly to about 40k, and then start building back up as you do. Just started recording for me. Hello. Bloody hell, that wind. You probably hear it. It's pushing me up the hill. Wow, man. Oh. Coming up on 10k, and I think no matter, even if you do this route either way, you've got all the climbing at the start, because I've done almost 300 meters of elevation already, and I'm pretty sure doing it the other way it's similarly steep. Old North Road and the Killala Woods in reverse. For some reason I'm quite excited about doing this route in reverse. Better stop bugging them in case the owners come out. Yeah. Alright. So now we're out of the wind a bit, I can tell you what happened there. Just got zapped on the electric fence. Trying to show you some skulls. There was a sheep's skull in the field. Tried to show you it on the camera and got zapped. So that's a first, or it's not happened in a long while. Sorry, now we're going to have to get lost here. Coming into the seriously gnarly section, Scotways, where the path isn't very clear, so I'm probably going to put the camera away and focus. But yeah, got electrocuted. It's quite boggy and I don't really know where I'm going. So yeah, can't believe I got electrocuted on that fence. See what you do when you're trying to get good content for your videos. Right, this is going to hurt. Fucking hell! Oh, Jesus! Thorny bushes. Right, this is definitely the hardest section of the route. Of the gate of the old North Road, which it looks like is hundreds of years old. Quite interested to know a bit more of the history of that. But this used to be the main a main road for horse and carts and stuff like that. Look at this! Wow! Ho, ho, ho. Never been this close to a wind turbine before. This Moss Moran in the distance, which is now shut apparently, the old power plant. Awesome. And to think, you see that in the background? All I was thinking about, all I'm thinking about is if those blades came suddenly flying off and hit me. I think this is the right way. My God, this is so much harder coming this way. There is no path. But if this isn't good training, I don't know what is. Because this has been one of the hardest routes I've done this block. And we're just coming up to this stone structure at the top, which I'll show you now. This is one of my favourite spots in Fife for running. Yes! Made it! If you watched my channel before, I know you've seen this before, but this should be in glorious 4K. Anyway, we're not hanging around because we're taking much longer than planned for this run. let's keep going. That's 501 metres of elevation, so this is a lot hillier than the anti-clockwise route of this Old North Road half. Just do good. At least some shelter out of that wind. Bloody hell. Can't remember the name of this. I'll put the caption up in the video later. That's about 5 miles, about 9k from home. Out of the wind. So good. Right, so all that's left to do on this route now is the massive downhill, which features in lots of my videos. So we're going to end the video there. It looks like this route's going to be more than a half marathon. It looks like close to 25k and 600 metres of elevation. Whoops. Slightly harder than I needed at this stage of the training, but it's all good training. So I'll put the stats on the screen for the week, and next week is deload week. It's greatly welcomed, and I'll be back for week 6. This is the first run I'm running with tailwind fuel. I've just running with 2 scoops and 500 mils of water, but let me know what you run with. What's your fuel of choice for ultra running? I love tailwind personally. I always run with 2 bottles of that during a race, and then also have crisps and other solid foods as well. But this is my staple. This is the uncaffeinated version. Normally I run with caffeinated, but I'm trying not to, because topping up all like for a good 10 hours just with caffeinated drinks is not a good idea for your bowels as well. So yeah, let me know in the comments, and see you in 2 weeks time. See you later.